can start. Okay, good evening everyone. Erev Tov, Be'ezrat Hashem. First of all, thank you for the place. By the way, this is going to be your ESL class. I didn't finish ESLD yet. I went to yeshiva, Baruch Hashem. But Seder, it's fine. It's you can handle it. Baruch Hashem, thank you very much to Uri Rovman, Hashem Yishmereu v'Yichayeu, for the place. And Dror for organizing everything and bringing the sushi and the wine that it's not open yet. Okay, Be'ezrat Hashem. Today I want to talk about today's Father's Day, by the way. Yeah, I got a present from my kid. First time I get a present for my kid for Father's Day. So then I knew that it's Father's Day. So I said, if it's Father's Day, let's talk about fathers, but about other father, someone that we don't really consider as father, and he's like a father of each one of us. And this is HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's God. And I remember once I was a teacher in Or HaEmet Sephardic school.
No way, I went there.
Yeah.
Best school ever.
Yeah. And then once I told my students, I told you this is your day. You know why? Because your name is Avi. Avi, it's father in Hebrew. Avi. Yeah. So this is your day.
Okay.
As I went with the kids to a convenience store to buy them some candies because they were very good. So I told them, let's go outside, I'll buy you some stuff. And then we went out, and there was one guy coming with me, one of the kids, going with me to the school back. And then I told them, you look at all those buildings. You see those buildings in Batos? He says, yeah. You know who owns it? He says, who? I says, my father. But don't tell anyone. That's my father. Psst. Yeah, he's like 10 years old guy. He believed me. And I told him, you see the other side? All the buildings. It's also my father. He says, no way. Ma, your father is the owner of all the world. All those buildings. I told him, Achi, teraga. It's your father also. It's my father, it's your father. HaKadosh Baruch Hu owns everything. The problem that we don't realize it. The question that I want to talk today, that it's a question that I had the whole week. We all want to have good life. This is our goal. We want to have fun. We want to have a good life. We want to be successful. But we have a lot of problems. Each one of us has a different problem. Sometimes you have problems, I don't know, in school. You have exams. Yeah, the exams are finished already, right? Yeah, you have exams and you're afraid what's going to be. I'm going to fail. I'm going to be okay. Some people has a problem. They can't get married. They don't find their soulmate. They don't know where she is. Maybe she is, I don't know. She got another guy. Other people, they have problems with money. They want to buy a new car. They want to buy a new house. They don't have money. Each one of us has his problems. Some people has problems with their parents. So what we do to solve the problems? This is the question I had this week. Ribono shel olam, you are the master of the world. You have to give me a way to solve all my problems. You brought me here. How do I solve every problem I have? So, to know how to do that, we have first of all to understand the rule in life. What's the rule in life? There is a rule. Before the rule, I'll tell you something that Albert Einstein. That's how we say in Hebrew. I don't know how to say it. Einstein. Yeah, poor guy. Albert Einstein, he was a very, very smart person. We all know he was Jewish. In the end of his life, he really believed in God. And there was once he was asked by his students, you know, we have an atmosphere. How do we know that there is an atmosphere? Because there is a hole in the atmosphere. Because of our things that we do. Barbecue, driving. That's how we know that there is an atmosphere. So there is an atmosphere. This atmosphere, they asked him, what's above the atmosphere? He says, Unisphere. Okay. And what's above the Unisphere? He says, Stratosphere. Yeah. Thank you for helping me. I didn't know how to say it. And what's above the stratosphere? This one you didn't go to that class yet. This is, I don't know, Tatosphere. So then they ask him, okay, so what's above the Tatosphere? So he told them, listen, there is the beginning to the beginning to the synagogue. The beginning of the way to synagogue. That's what above that. It means I can't tell you anymore. You have to ask the rabbi. He knows what's above. I don't know. The people that study science, the people that they know stuff, they search the world, how the world began, what's the science of the world. Those people they know, but they know until a certain place. They can't know what's above. The question is, if we know what's above, this can tell us the secret of the world. And Be'emet, each one of us, if you ask someone, go someone in the street, ask him, do you believe in God? He's going to tell you, of course. 95% of the world, yeah, this is statistics. 95% of the world, they believe in God. They think that there is God. Some of them are not sure. Some of them, that's why people teach them at home, their parents. But 95% believe in God. There's 5% that something happened with their brain. They think that there is no God. But most of the people, they understand that there is God. Aval, we all believe that there is God. The problem that we don't know. If we would know that there is God, what's know? No, it's an scientific proof. No, it's to know 100%. So all our problems in life would be gone. Why? Because if there is God, He can do everything. And this is the point I wanna teach myself and you together with me today. How can we get basically everything, whatever we want in life? And this is possible. So first of all, the question is like this. How can we prove that there is an infinite power that made everything in this world? Maybe we just came from the monkeys. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I told you once the joke with the monkeys. Yeah, you remember the joke with the monkeys? Yeah, there was one guy coming to his mom. One kid came to his mom. He asked her, "Mom, how did we came to the world?" So she told him this. Listen, there was Adam. There was Chava, Eve. Yeah, Eve? Adam and Eve. And they had kids, and from there everything came. Okay, thank you very much, Mom. He went to his father. He asked his father. His father was, Darwinist, atheist, I don't know. He came to his father, told him, Papa, Abba, tell me, how did we came to the world? So he told him, listen, there was a big bang, and then suddenly something came from it, like, איך אומרים חד תאית? איזה תא? Yeah, how you said it? Cell. A cell came to the world. It wasn't cell. So the cell came to the world, and from that cell, after billions of years, became 2 and 3, and then from that became a fish, and then the fish became a big fish, and the big fish went out, and after billions of years, it was a bird, and the bird became, I don't know, a snake, and yeah, I don't know the whole, you can explain me how was it? I read that book like a long time ago, I don't remember already. And then there was monkeys, and the monkeys from the monkeys, the human being came. And that's what you see. We look like them, especially certain people. Yeah, Sfaradic people. They're more. Yeah, we are more. You can see that. I'm saying it myself. Okay, you see, they look like monkeys. They have hair. They are a little bit, their skin is dark. So you see the similarity. So we came from the monkeys. So this is what the father explained. So then what? The baby was the kid was confused. I don't understand. My mom says Adam and Eve. My father says monkeys. I don't understand. So he came back to his mother and asked his mother, Mama, Ima, I asked father, how did we came to the world? He told me monkeys. You told me Adam and Eve. Who is right? She says, listen, we are both right. This is your father's side. And Adam and Eve is my side. You want to believe that your side is monkeys, bevakasha, please, you can believe they are monkeys. This is what your father thinks. If you want to think that you're from a monkey, please do so. But this is what they think. Is what they say has logic? We'll see today. We'll see today. Maybe they are right. We don't know. If someone looks at the Tanakh, at the Bible, there is a very nice book called Iyov. Iyov says a very, very nice sentence. It says, Mi besari echeze eloka. From my body, I can prove that there is God. How can you prove from your body that there is God? So, I want to explain you one point. Imagine this camera. How many megapixels it says? Maybe 3,000, I don't know. משהו כזה. Has a very good eye. Record me. People can see in a very good quality. If I would tell you that the first person that went to the moon, what was his name? Neil Armstrong, right? This person went to the space. He went to the moon, right? Yeah. And then he saw. Let's imagine. He goes in the moon, and then he see a camera like that, 3,000 megapixels. And then he comes back and he says, "Guys, you don't understand. You see this camera? I found it in the moon." What would people tell him? It means that there was someone there before you. You're not the first one. Because how come a camera in the moon was someone before it to bring this camera there? He says, no, you don't understand. There was few explosions there. And like a lot of problems happened, and there was a hurricane in the moon, and whatever he's going to tell them. And from that place came a camera 3,000 megapixels. If he's going to say such a thing, everybody's going to take him to a hospital for people that are mental sick, and tell them, listen, we are sorry that we sent you there. We're not going to believe anything you said. We're going to send someone else. Because it's not logical that a camera like that came from nothing. Same thing, look at your eye. It's 1,000 times better than this camera. As you look, never any camera in the world can't get to that level of seeing what you see with your eye. Never. If there would be a camera like that, it's going to be the best camera in the world. Everybody's going to buy this camera. It's going to be like millions of dollars. Exactly like your eye, this is something unbelievable. You see 3D in your eye. Today there is cameras that can see 3D, but you have to to wear those, how you call it, those glasses. Yeah, there's nothing really that can get to your eye. So our rabbi says, if you look at your eye, you understand there's no way that it came from nothing. I'll give you another example. Baruch Hashem, I have 3 kids. And when your wife is pregnant, B'ezrat Hashem, I give you a blessing to get married and has kids. But it's a time that you are really nervous. You don't know it. It's the first time, first baby. And then you see, when the baby comes out, something unbelievable. The baby inside the womb of his mother is like a fish. Fish. Why? Because his mouth is closed and he's getting all the air and food from the tabul. Umbilical cord. This is something that I would never know. Yeah, now you have to come every Sunday to sit here with me. Umbilical cord. And he gets all his food from there, everything from there, and if his mouth would be open, he would drink all the water because he's inside water. By the way, it's the best water you can have in your life, this water that in the womb. Yeah, if you have a chance to take something, so put it on your face. It's very healthy. No, really. And if you smell the baby after he gets out, it smells so good. This water. It's very good. So this is the water of Hashem. It's like a mikveh. So Bemed, this water, so he is inside the water. If he's going to open his mouth, he's going to die. The water is going to come in, and that's it. He's dying. But somehow, I don't know how, his mouth is closed, and everything from this cold. Yeah, I forgot already the name. Umbilical. Unbelievable. We'll call it unbelievable code. No, because it's unbelievable how he gets all the food from there. We don't understand that. Everything gets from there. Vitamins and also whatever she feels. Yeah, this is the Kabbalah books teaches. Whatever the lady feels, he gets. If he feels stress, he gets that stress also. If she feels good, why? Ishtabach Shemo, the world is the best. So he feels the best. He's like dancing inside. So everything is affecting the child. When he comes out, look what happens. He was like a fish inside. He comes out. Somehow, this unbelievable cord is cut. Not before you cut it, it's somehow close itself. Nothing gets in, because if something is going to get in from outside, there's a lot of bacteria. He can get sick. Somehow it's closed by itself, and the mouth opens. And then when the mouth opens, he understands that he needs to breathe. Now imagine, we'll take a fish, we'll take it out of the water, and tell her, breathe, breathe. It's gonna breathe? No. We all saw fish out of the water, it's gonna die. How come this fish is going out and knows in 1 second how to breathe? It's unbelievable. Now, until now, 9 months, he ate from this code. Now, somehow he understands that to eat is from the mouth. Maybe it's from the ear. Maybe it's from the nose. He knows how to eat. He starts to eat. If you would see it, I don't know if you saw it, not much at that time, at the day in the labor, they bring it to the mom, start to eat right away. Like he knew already. Someone taught him inside, listen, when you go out, you have to go there and suck that. They tell him what to do. And he knows. Unbelievable. But something more unbelievable is how come she has milk? Where'd the milk come from? Until today, a lady lived 20 years, 25, 30 years, no milk. Pitom suddenly, the milk started to come. Why he come? Where he comes from? Now all the pregnancy, there's no milk. No, I'm serious. You understand? It's unbelievable. After a whole process of 9 months, there's no milk. And then he understands, okay, now I have to go out. The milk goes out. How the milk goes out? In the first month, it's very, very, very small drops. usually. What? ממש, אבל זה לא יוצא. It's very, very small drops. And then, when he gets older, it's like very, very fast. Why? Imagine if he was 1 month years old, and the milk would come out very fast. הוא היה נחנק. He would die from the flow. כן, מהזרם, איך אומרים זרם? From the pressure, yeah. אבל לא בימים הראשונים. לא במנצה הראשון. אין לזה זרם בכלל. זה מדעי. So באמת, you see, it's something unbelievable. Now, where this milk come from? Comes from blood. Did you know that? The blood becomes milk. Take me the best scientist, I don't know, in York University. No, in York there's no scientists. In Harvard, Virginia. Take the best scientist there. Tell him come here. And I want you to make from this milk, from this blood, make milk. Please, I want you to make milk from the blood. No scientist in the world would be able to make from blood milk. Now we go and buy formula today. Yeah, the women, they don't want to breastfeed. They buy formula. Formula, you know, they take so many scientists. Chef, come sit. Why are you standing? The formula companies, Similac and what else you have? A Plus, yeah. Infamil, yeah. All those guys, they bring a lot of scientists together. They tell them, listen, we need a good formula for babies. Try to make your best to get the best food for the baby. And they, nights and days, they think, they do, they try, and they bring you something. You know, in Israel, there is Materna, like Similac, Materna. It's written on every box. Every box, they have to write it by the government. They write the best food for your baby is breastfeeding. They have to write it on the formula. Why? Because this is the best. Nobody's going to argue with you that breastfeeding is the best. They know it for sure, 100%. And they tell you to write it. It's like in cigarettes. You know cigarettes? I don't know if here also. They do it also here. They write you on the cigarette. You know that you can get killed from it. That's what they write on the cigarettes. Just to let you know that you can get cancer. People doesn't listen to it. But they write it. Anyways. So same thing is the formula. They have to write that the breastfeeding is the best for the baby. So now, when we look, who did this formula? The best formula in the world. Coming for free. A box of Similac is $25, guys. Free formula. The best one. Come from blood. Who made it? I think this is screaming HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's screaming there is God in the world. There is someone that's doing it. It's unbelievable. Huh? Big Bang is the formula? Yeah. Another thing is that Chaim is here, Chaim? No? He's not here? Chaim, the dealer. You know Chaim, the dealer? He sells cars. Who doesn't know Chaim? Imagine to yourself a car that you know sometimes you have a scratch in your car. Then you have to go to the garage. They paint it, they do something, $400. A small scratch, $400. Imagine someone is coming up with an idea. He takes a car and make a car that every scratch it has, it's gonna fix itself after a few hours. So it has like, I don't know, a chemical or something coming, realizing the color and doing it again. The scratch, doesn't matter what scratch. This guy that's gonna invent such a thing like this, is gonna be a millionaire. 100%. A car that's going to fix itself, this is... Nobody came up with this idea. By the way, if you come with this idea, 10% to me. I don't think someone can even imagine to do such a thing. It's very hard. It's going to know by itself to fix itself. Guys, our body does it every day. Let's say, I don't know, you cut a salad. You know Yosef? You know Yosef? The Torah text tells us about Yosef, Joseph. Once, he went to Egypt and all the story. He was a very beautiful guy. So the Torah explains that when he was when he was going in the street, he was so beautiful, all the women of Egypt, they would look at him, and when they were cutting the food and the salad, they would look at him and it was so beautiful, they would cut their fingers and they even didn't feel. It was so beautiful. Yeah, Brad Pitt is nothing. בכלל הוא ugly. It's not so beautiful. I don't know why everybody says that. Maybe in my days it was like that. Anyways, he was so beautiful, they cut their fingers. So let's say you cut your finger, chas v'shalom, not you, someone else. Cut his finger, you wash it, you put a plaster, after a few, even you don't do nothing. The blood goes away, you see, slowly, it closes itself. All your body, when your body understands that something got cut, there is a scratch, all the body is telling, guys, we have a problem. Yeah, the body talks to itself. We have a problem. We have to close this. We have to close it. And everything in your body is working to close that scratch. It's unbelievable. Who thought about this idea? Who has the tools to make such a thing? It's unbelievable that it's happened just like that. This is a technique that even the most smart people in our days can't make. This is our body every day. Another thing, look at the sun. You know what? Look at the sun. You know how hot is the sun? In the middle of the sun, there is 15 million Celsius degrees. 15 million. You know what's 15 million? We have here 30. You're already, why? I can't live like that. Where's the winter? 15 million. Now the sun is standing. Sababa. Standing. Now imagine the sun was 1 centimeter. Yeah, closer. You decide to go for a walk for 1 centimeter closer. You know what's going to happen? We all burn here in 1 second. You know what? Imagine the sun is want to take a nap. And want to go a little bit back for 1 centimeter. You know what's going to happen to you? You freeze. Who is the one that put the sun in the exact place? Big Bang. Another thing, the moon is doing gravity. You know, why? When we walk here, I don't know if you saw the Neil Armstrong and all those guys that went there. Yeah, there was a dog there, there was a donkey there, I don't know who was there already. They send, every time they send something else. A cockroach, every time, something else. There was also an Israeli guy there, Ilan Ramon. We have a street on his name in our in Toronto. אז איפה היה? So he was liad, he was beside. They told me he made a kiddush there. I don't know how the wine stayed in the cup. I don't know. How did he do netilat yadayim? I don't know. Anyhow, you don't have gravity, the strong gravity as we have in this world there. That's why if someone walks on the moon, he's going to walk and he's going to go like that and then until he comes down because there's no enough gravity. Here we have enough gravity. How does the gravity happens? So Baruch Hashem, I was in school at grade 7, grade 8 and we studied physics. And the teacher, Yoram, he taught us that the gravity in the world is because of all the stars surrounding us, and each one of them has a gravity, and this is make the perfect gravity for us to walk normally. And if the moon was a little bit far away or too close, if it was far away, it would be like very you know, very shanti. You know what shanti? It's like, how you doing, my friend? That's how it was. Yeah, but Baruch Hashem, it's not like this. Some people, they take drugs and then they become like that. Aval, if you're normal, the moon is there is gravity. If the moon would be close too much, it was very hard to move. You would go to the synagogue in the morning and you would be tired already and said, listen, I want to go to sleep. I can't go, I can't walk anymore. Who's the one that puts the moon and all the stars in the exact place for us to walk normally and to feel nice and good? This is unbelievable. Another thing is, you know, there is a lot of animals in the world. There is the most loyal animal. Who's the most loyal animal? That you can trust it and every time it's never going to leave you. The fly is never going to leave you. It's never going to leave you.
I killed a few today.
Yeah, okay, when you kill him, so he lives.
It won't stop like
Yeah.
my face.
Avad, there is something that is more loyalty to you. Is more loyal to you than the fly. Is the mosquito. He is the best. The mosquito. Now this guy is not going to leave you until he's going to suck your blood, because this is his food. Now just to understand, mosquito, yeah, it's an airplane. It's a plane. נכון? Matos. But it's so small. You know, it can fly and whatever he wants. Who made this small airplane? And so smart. Now look how smart it is. Now he comes to you. Now this airplane doesn't need, usually airplane, they need gas. He doesn't need gas. His gas is your blood. And he knows to take it by himself. Did you see an plane that goes to the gas station and takes the gas by itself and flying? No. But mosquito is like this. How he takes the gas, how he takes the blood, look how smart it is. I don't know who, look how it's made. Mosquito comes to you. Now he knows that you're Israeli. And if he's going to come on your skin, you're going to feel him, he's going to kill him on the spot. Right? You're going to feel him and you're going to kill him on the spot. So what the mosquito do? I teach you now how to go against the mosquitoes. What the mosquito do? He has two pipes. One pipe gives anesthetic, yeah. He has an anesthetic inside himself. I don't know where he got it from. Don't ask me. I mean, I know, but Kadosh Baruch Hu. He has an anesthetic inside himself, and then look what he do. He comes to you, before he sits on your skin, you don't feel him, he takes this pipe, put the small anesthetic on you, and then you don't feel that place. You don't feel that place, he can sit. Now he sits, Baruch Hashem, there is sun, everything is okay, and you don't feel. And then he can take your blood slowly, slowly, and he's laughing on you. And he's laughing on you, you don't feel me. You see what they do to us? Who gave him this anesthetic? This smartness to because if he would not have this thing, he would never got food. Every time he would come to a human being, he would fill him and kill him on the spot. This is unbelievable. This is made in. This is made in China. I say made in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, made in God. This is made in. So why I tell you all this? This is a simple understanding that there is no way in the world that the world came from nothing. Go look at the world. Go look at the trees. You know there is a gravity. According to the logic, the tree need to go down because of gravity. Why the tree decide to go up? Where he has the power to go up. Look at the grass. How everything is in order. Go to a place that there's no people. Yeah, there is the Kafkazim, they came from the mountains. They always tell me we are the mountains guys. Go to the mountains. There's no human beings there. Look at what's happening there. Look how everything is in order. Everything is beautiful. Who puts everything in order? How the sea is in order. Everything is... Wow! Who is doing it? Who cleans everything? Everything is clean. Look at the world, it's clean. When we live in the world, it's not clean. But when the world is like that, there's no people, everything is clean. Leave your kitchen 1 month or 2 months, you're going to see it's going to be full of dust. Avak. But the world is clean somehow. Someone cleans it. And this is the thing that we don't understand. I'm talking about myself. What we don't understand. We live our life every morning, every day, everything is nice, routine of life. But we don't remember that 1 second, there is someone that takes care of everything. You wake up in the morning, you take your hands, you move them, you breathe, you eat, everything is like so regular, so nice. Someone makes it work. Someone makes it move. Someone helps it move, gives you all the tools, surround you. This someone is a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Is Yud and Hey and Vav and Hey. This is the name of Hashem. 3 letters. Yud and Hey, 4 letters. Yud and Hey and Vav and Hey. And why I'll tell you all this? Because if you understand that there is someone that takes care of everything in the world, first of all, your life is the best life in the world. Why? Because you don't worry. Usually people are worried. What's gonna be? I'm gonna pass the test. I'm gonna get married with this. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna have enough money for that. Yeah, our problems. And someone that realized 1 second. Who is doing everything in the world? Who puts everything in order? Who is the one that took care of me when I was a kid and gave me food, gave me parents, gave me everything to make me grow? It's Hashem, is one. So what's the problem? He did it until today. He's going to do it after. He's going to let me pass the test. I know you are there. I know you're going to help me. That's it. I'm not afraid. I'm not worried. There is someone that's taking care of the world. But now you say sometimes, listen, sometimes he doesn't want to do what I want. Maybe he doesn't like me. Maybe I'm not enough. Whatever he wants me to be. But this is not right. Doesn't matter who are you. Haman, you know who is Haman? Haman. Every generation we have an Haman. One time is Ahmadinejad, one time is Nasrallah, one time is Yasser Arafat. You know who is Yasser Arafat? You didn't live in the time of Yasser Arafat?
Yeah. He got killed.
That Arabian leader that wanted to kill all of us. Yeah. One time he went to a vacation with his mother, with his wife. So they went to a vacation in Cuba. And then she wake up in the morning and she looks at the window and says, Yasser Arafat, come, look, such a nice deer, Tzvi. So he wakes up, says, well, goes to the window, says, listen, first of all, it's not a deer, it's a cow. Second of all, it's not a window, it's a mirror. This is his wife. Anyway, so Yasser Arafat is Haman also. Every generation we have an Haman. Akadosh Baruch Hu, God, gave food to Haman, gave him a good life, gave him a wife, gave him kids. 10 kids he had, that Haman. He took care of him also. Doesn't matter who are you, Akadosh Baruch Hu, he brought you to this world, he's going to take care of you. Don't worry. And if you are Jewish, it's Father's Day. You have a father. Why? Because the Torah says, Banim atem laHashem Elokechem. You are the kids of God. You have the kids of Hashem. Each one of you is the kid of Hashem. Now tell me, if you have a father, and you have problems in life, and you comes to your father and says, Abba, Behiyat, Abba, I have a problem. Please solve me my problem. Do you think a father can stand and tell his kid go away? He's going to help him. It's your father. So why sometimes I have problems and it's not solved? Why sometimes I want to have something, I want to do something, and it's not working? So there's only one reason why it's happening. It's because I don't believe and I don't understand that I have a father. I don't come to him. I put everything on my shoulders. That's the problem. When you think that you can solve the problem, so Hashem says, you want to solve the problem? Solve it by yourself. I'm not in the picture. But when you come to him and says, listen, you know what? I can do nothing. You do it for me. This is a life of a Jew. Life of a happy Jew. You do it for me. So then he says, so you can't, but without me, I have to help you, I'll help you. You believe in me, I'll help you. And why I told you all those things? To understand when you go out of the outside, look at the world, look at yourself. God is screaming out of you. I'm here. I'm doing everything in the world. I want to teach you one thing, that this thing can help you for the rest of your life to get whatever you want. אם אפשר מים, אני אברך אותך באישה נאה וחסדה. Rabbi Chaim Volozhin, 200 years ago, the student of the Gaon Mivilna, of the Vilna Gaon, he writes in his book Nefesh HaChaim, he writes the following. He says, if someone understands, thank you. If someone would understand that the whole world is made by God, and the one that leading the world and making everything happen is only Him, and basically there is nothing but Him in the world, and he's gonna live it and feel it and understand that, he's gonna get out of every problem. I'll explain you what he means. I did it a few times. I'm gonna tell you a story that happened with me a long time ago. I was not so religious back then. And whatever I tell you, don't study from me. Okay? Don't do it. I was in Israel, and I was in Tel Aviv. You know, in Tel Aviv, you don't have a parking. This is like unbelievable. If you have a parking, it means you are a righteous person, if you get a parking in Tel Aviv. Usually, there's no parking in Tel Aviv. So you go in Tel Aviv. Yeah, there was one guy that was driving. I told him in my Hebrew shiur, was driving in Tel Aviv, and there was no parking. So he prayed to Hashem. He says, Hashem, please give me a parking. If you give me a parking, I promise you, I'm keeping Shabbat, I'm keeping kosher, I'm going to Bet HaKnesset, Shacharit, Mincha, Arvi, whatever you want. Just give me a parking. And then he sees someone goes away. Goes out of the parking. So he says, okay, thank you. I'm fixed. Thank you very much. Everything is okay. We do it a lot of times. We have to realize that Kadosh Baruch Hu helps us. So when I was in Tel Aviv, there's no parking in Tel Aviv. So I said, okay, I need a motorcycle. So my friend gave me a motorcycle. Now this motorcycle that he gave me, it's not mine. He gave me for a few days. And he said, listen, but it has no insurance on it. I said, that's fine because I don't have license anyway, so it's fine. So I was driving on not my motorcycle with no insurance. I'm telling you, don't study for me. And no license. Now in Tel Aviv, sometimes they wanna. They're very. Some people are the mayor of Tel Aviv. Yeah, my father-in-law is his right hand, but he's trying to make him more normal. But the mayor of Tel Aviv, he doesn't wanna pay a lot of money to to fix stuff in Tel Aviv. That's why there's no enough light in a lot of places, so you don't see the streets, the numbers of the streets of the houses. You don't see it very good. So because of that, I needed to go to a certain stall, and I didn't see it from the road. So I went to the sidewalk, yeah, with the people walking. So I was with my motorcycle with no insurance, no
registration,
no license, on the sidewalk, looking for a place. And you know what's happened when you do all those stuff? You get a cop that is caught me. So Baruch Hashem, a cop tells me, "Hello, come here. License." I say, "No license." Insurance. No insurance. Where's the motorcycle? Not mine. Now listen, for those kind of stuff, I don't know, you get you get to a jail, I think, I don't know. And then I realized, Israel, what did you do? So first of all, on the spot, I said, Hashem, mechila. I did wrong. This is against the Torah, because according to the Torah, you have to keep the laws of the place you live in. So Hashem, mechila. I understand I did something wrong, but now I'm in a problem. Okay, Zeo, sorry, I'm wrong, but now I'm in a problem. I need help. I don't know what it's going to do with me. And then I remembered this thing that I tell you now. If you understand that there is only Hashem in the world, there's nothing but Him. Only Hashem. Hashem is the cap, Hashem is your wife, Hashem is your brother, Hashem is everything. He is talking through them. He is doing everything. And He can solve you all the problems in 1 second. So you know what I started to do? I looked at the face of the cap, and I see in his face Yud, Hey, and Vav, and Hey. Yud and Hey. The name of Hashem on his face. That's what I look. There is only Hashem. There's not you. There's Hashem in you. Ribono shel olam, Hashem, help me. I need your help. After a few seconds, the cap get a call from his wife. His wife start to scream on him. Ata kazeh, you're like this. I hear everything. He got mad at her. Come home, I need you now. Bekitzu, the guy tells me, listen, I don't have time now. Go. I said, you sure? Go! I go! Ishtabach shemo la'ad. Ishtabach shemo la'ad. Imagine to yourself, I'm nothing, but when you come and you realize that really, the cap is nothing, who's putting in his mind all his thoughts? It's everything is Hashem. Hashem can do everything. It was one time I gave a lecture in my synagogue on on a topic, and for the topic was about men and women. You know, we're different. So man has some stuff that is not allowed to do like women. Yeah, for example, like he's not allowed to wear a skirt. Let's say a man wants to wear a skirt, to look cool. And today you don't know what's cool already. It's like people are crazy. So he wants to wear a skirt. According to Torah, it's not allowed, because lo yilbash gever simlat isha. You're not allowed to wear something that is made only for women. Or you want to put a mascara, mascara. You don't know what's mascara?
I like face mask.
You want to put a makeup, something. It's a problem. Why? Because it's something that only women do. And so I needed to talk about this topic. Now I forgot where it says this thing in the Torah, in the Bible. I forgot where, in what parasha. We have parashot. We have every week we read a different paragraph, a part of Torah. So I forgot where it's located, this topic. Now, if I'm not gonna know it, all my lecture is gone. I have to know this pasuk, because from this I can see all the commentaries and everything. It's already 10 minutes before the lecture. and I didn't find the pasuk. And then I say to Hashem, Ribono Shel Olam, you're going to ruin my lecture. I need to know where's this pasuk. I can't take the whole Bible now, every page, to see where this pasuk is. It's Shabbat, so I can't go on Rabbi Google and see it. I have to know somehow, where is that? And I know that there's only you in the world. There's nothing but you, and you can help me in anything. It's only you. En od milvado. There's only Hashem in the world. I had a book beside me, a book of Ben Ish Chai. Ben Ish Chai is just it's a halacha book. I said, Ribono Shel Olam, you give me a hint where it should be. I open, I'm telling you the truth. I open the book on that parasha, and I see this pasuk in front of me. In a different book, not in the Bible. And then I said to myself, if Hashem wants, He can do everything. If Hashem wants, He can do everything. What's the statistic, that you find in another book, a certain sentence that you need now, has thousands of sentences in the book. You need a certain sentence, you just randomly just open the book after you ask to find this sentence, and you find it. What's the statistics? I'll tell you. It's easier to win the 649 by statistic than doing that. It's unbelievable. But when Hashem wants, He can do everything. And that's why you go to an exam, you go to make a test, you go to an interview for a job, you go for a date. Dates is now, it's the time for dates. Yeah, eat a date before the date, everything is going to be good.
No way.
Yeah, someone told me. Go to a date. Yeah, there was one guy, he went to a date. So sometimes you go to it for a date. So the girl is asking you, what's your occupation? So he asked her, what's your occupation? He says, I'm islands hunting. כן? צייד חייזרים? איך אומרים צייד חייזרים? Aliens? Hunter. Hunter? Hunter, yeah. What's your occupation? I'm an aliens hunter. Psst. It's a good one, huh? So she says, but 1 second. She says, well, 1 second. There is no aliens. So he says, you see, I'm doing my job. A smart guy. You go for a date, so you prepare what to say, what to do, how to wear, what to wear. You have to be professional. You're not going to be successful if Hashem is not with you. You can try yourself, talk to the mirror, do whatever you want. If Hashem wants you, if Hashem wants that everything would mess up, everything would mess up. If Hashem wants you to be successful, you're just gonna come like you, like yourself. Hi, how you doing? And everything's gonna go out of your mouth. Like I do in my lectures. I come and Kadosh Baruch Hu is helping me. That's how you should do. If you live with Hashem, everything is solved. No problems. Hashem, you help me. Once I had an exam in school. I was already inside in the Judaism, and I had this exam in school. And I wanted to study Torah. I didn't want to study the exam for the exam. So I said, you know what? I'll study Torah. Kadosh Baruch Hu will help me with that. So I studied Torah, and then I went to the exam. And then I says, Hashem, it's hard for you. Did I go to club instead of learning for the exam? No. What did I do? I studied Torah, right? I did something that you want, right? Now you help me. You can do everything. Now you help me. I got 93. You see, sometimes if you're really serious, everything can be. Everything. Just believe, just live with Emmuna. You know what's Emmuna? Faith. Go with Hashem hand by hand. Hashem, you are with me. Let's take all over the world. If Hashem is with you, you can do everything. You can be the most famous person in the world, the most popular person in the world. You can be Mashiach if you want to. If you go with Hashem. But when you start to say, no, everything is on me, I have to do this, I have to do that, and there is no Hashem in the picture, good luck, my friend. Good luck. It's going to be a hard time. Because everything is on you. So we have to know, to understand. If we really understand that, okay, Hashem is here. We know that it's not possible, it's not logical, according to what we said today, this is just a little bit, that the world was made by, I don't know what. Just like that. There is someone that taking care of the world and doing it. So now someone can ask me, well, 1 second, who said this is the Hashem that you're talking about? Who says the God, I know there is God in the world. Who says it's this God? That the Torah talks about, that the Judaism talks about. Maybe it's the Muslim God. Maybe the Christians, they are right. Maybe the Buddhists, right. What you saying, Adam? You don't know. Maybe.
Tell me.
Maybe we should go to the Bahamas and sit like that, like for a few days, and do. Maybe this is the truth of life. How do you know? Maybe we should be like Muslims. Take a dynamite. Allahu Akbar! And then they tell you that when you're going to go there, you're going to have 72 virgins. But I told them there is a mistake in the Quran. It's a virgin 72 years old. Maybe they're right, huh? We don't know. Maybe the Christians. So don't get married, be a pop. Pop. You have Canada Dry, it's a pop. Coca-Cola, it's a pop. Dr. What's Pepper, also pop. Everybody became a pop today. It's not a problem to be a pop. You get yourself to the Frigidaire and you're a pop. Right? Maybe the pop is right. How do I know that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is right? How do I know that Rabbi Meir Baal HaNes is right? How do I know that Moshe Rabbeinu? You know that Moshe Rabbeinu was Faradic. Just for you to know, it was fun. How do I know that it was fun? If he was Ashkenazi, it was Moshe Rabinovich. But it's Moshe Rabbeinu. Rabbeinu, it's a Sephardi. It was Kafkazi. Who said maybe Moshe Rabbeinu is right? So I'll tell you. In the Christian Bible, there is only one prophecy, you know? Only one. Go check. They have 5 Bibles. Each one has more than mistakes than the other. They have one prophecy in the whole Bible. You know what's the prophecy? They said that the Jewish people would never go back to their land. This is the only prophecy in the Christian Bible. And what happened in 1948? We did. So the only prophecy you have is false. How can you rely yourself on a book that has false information? The one time came to my house, one Russian Christian knocks on my door. My father opened the door. He told them, I have a Bible, I want to talk to you about the Bible. So my father understood that he's Christian. Says, why? What am I going to do with this guy now? How do I kick him from my house? So he says, you know what? I have a son. He's religious. You go talk to him. Psh. Now for them, if they get a religious guy, it's like, wow, you have 72 virgins there. If you get a religious Jew to a Christianity, psh, you're the best. You don't need to do nothing in your life anymore. That's it. So he says, oh, well, when he's going to be at home? He says, this is time you can't come, he's going to be at home. He came. I wasn't home. I was single back then. And then he knocks on the door. I open the door. He says, listen, the Bible, my Bible, I have that. Jesus. I said, you know what? Come. I wanna see what you have. Come. So now I did my homework a little bit on those topics. And I told him, listen, you have few Bibles, right? He says, yes, it's Matthew, this is Paulos, this is... I said, open Matthew in this place, where it says Jesus' fathers and grandfathers, because they say that Jesus is the Messiah, Mashiach. And he is the son of the son of the son of the son of David, which the Mashiach is going to be the son of David. That's what they hold. So I said, I want to see all they have a chain, it's called a chain? No?
Lineage.
Lineage?
Yeah.
Lineage, okay. It's a new word to my... as the lineage of Jesus. So Matthew writes, Jesus, Yeshua, Ben Elazar, Ben Yohanan, Ben Pinchas. The son of Elazar, son of Yohanan, son of Pinchas. The other one says, Jesus, Yeshua, in the other book of Bible. It says Yeshua, the son of Elazar, the son of Yosef. I don't remember all the names by heart, but something like that. Different name, different grandfather. This is 1 second. Did Paulos and Matthew argue who is the grandfather of Jesus? He says this is Yosef, he says this is Yohanan. Decide who is the grandfather of Jesus. He says, no, you don't understand. What I don't understand? He says, no, this is from his father's side. It's like the joke with the monkeys. This is from the father's side. And this is from the mother's side. I says, mother's side, I understand. But father's side, didn't you say that his father is God? Because how is his mother got pregnant? From the Spirit of God. So what father he has? God has a father? God has a friend, grandfather? So he's like, voila. I didn't get to that question yet. He says, okay, fine. One prophecy they had and it's false. How can you rely on such a thing? Muslims, Hashem Yishmor. Like I told you, Dinamite, Allahu Akbar, 72. Everybody understand, listen, it's not that. Buddhism, there's one big, did you see that? Buddha, sitting like that, smiling to you. You put him in your house, and you serve him, and you say, for them the cow is very holy. It's not logical. If you go inside Buddhism, you see that they're telling you don't need the body, just spirituality. You just have to be like that all the time and get to a nirvana. But Judaism comes and says, you know what? We are Jews. We don't like when people just talking to us and tell us to believe. The Christians, why they have so many people that coming through to Christianity? You know why? So that's why I asked this guy. I told him, what do you say to people to bring them to Christianity? He says, listen, you check if Jesus is here. How you check? He says, go to your basement and says, Jesus, give me a sign. And then you're going to see something's happened. So I said to myself, of course something's going to happen. The beard is going to go crick, 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 and you think it's Jesus. Something's going to fall in your house. You're going to say it's Jesus. Something's going to move. Someone's going to get inside. You're going to say it's Jesus. It's a blind faith. Judaism tells you, listen, Jews are very smart. We need to know facts. Yeah, bidyu. Give me a fact that the Torah is right, I would go with the Torah 100%. Do you have a fact that the Torah is right? So I'll give you a fact. There is thousands of facts. I'm serious. I'll give you one fact. The Torah says that I'll tell you a fact from the Zohar. You know what the Zohar? Zohar was written 1,850 years ago by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the guy from Lag BaOmer. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he was in a cave in the north of Israel, and he was writing the holy book of Kabbalah of Zohar. In the holy book of Kabbalah of Zohar, there is a lot of stuff that are written about our generation. Prophecies that's going to happen in our generation. I just give you one prophecy that I myself was one of the people that found it out before it happened. And you're going to see what's the power of our Torah and how it knows exactly what's going to be in the future. In Parashat Balak in the Zohar, it says the following. It says that in the end of days, which is our days. How do I know that this is our days? Because the Talmud says that the world is going to exist 6,000 years. We are in 5,777. Not a lot left. 200 years. In this 200 years, Mashiach has to come, building of Bet HaMikdash, revival of the death. A lot of things has to happen in those 200 years. Which means it has to begin already now. Now, he says in the end of day, which is our generation, there's going to be a synagogue out of Israel in the west. And in this synagogue, there's going to be 5 righteous people that's going to get killed by enemies inside the synagogue. And the reason they get killed is he brings a reason there why. But they are righteous people. I read this Zohar 2 days after something like that happened. Where? In a Bet Chabad, in a place of Chabad in Bombay, in India. There is a city called Bombay. There is a Chabad house there. And terrorists in 2009 came inside and killed with the gun the people that were there. There was 5 people passed away there. All those 5 people was religious. One of them is the rabbi, the wife of the rabbi, the mashgiach of the kosher things there, and another 2 that they died. And one of them, he died with the Sefer Torah on him, and the bullet of the Sefer Torah, when they opened the Sefer Torah and made a hole in the parasha of Acharei Mot, the sons of Aaron, that they also got killed. Exactly at their name. And this has happened in 2009. I was in yeshiva in Monsey. I was reading Zohar 2 days after that, and I was reading what the Zohar says, that there's going to be a place in the outside of Israel in the west. There's going to be...
It's in the east.
In the east, I don't remember where it says there. And it depends where you're looking from. And there's going to be a synagogue. Inside the synagogue, 5 righteous people is going to pass away. And I just saw it 2 days ago, in the end of days. I says, psh, nice. But this is not enough. I continue reading. It says like this, Lamed bet yamim la'achar miken. 32 days after that, there's gonna be a war in Israel with the Ishmaelim, with the Muslims. That's what the Zohar says. I count 32 days from that day, and it fell on the last day of Hanukkah 2009. I called my aunt in Israel. I told her, listen, I saw just now in the Zohar that it says that there's going to be people passing away in a place out of Israel, and 32 days after that, the Zohar says there's going to be a war in Israel. I don't know where it's going to be in Israel, in the north, in the south, I don't know. But it's going to be with the Muslims, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said it 1,850 years ago. And just make sure you give tzedakah every day. Tzedakah is a good thing to save yourself from death or from bad things. I told him, listen, that's what the Zohar says. Keep it in mind. Last day of Hanukkah, something needed to happen according to the Zohar in Israel. It was last day of Hanukkah was Motzei Shabbat. I was in a seminar in a hotel here in Canada in Waterloo with all our community. We did lectures there and stuff like that. On Friday night, I took all the young people in the seminar to one room, and I gave them a lecture until 1 o'clock at night. And I told them, guys, I don't know how, but the Zohar says that tomorrow there's going to be a war in Israel. You want to see that the Torah is right? After Shabbat, let's open the TV and we'll see if there is a war in Israel. After Motzei Shabbat, nobody knew even that something is going to happen. Motzei Shabbat, I'm coming after the tefillah of Arvit to light the candle in my room. I brought the menorah, even though they didn't allow us to light candles. We said Hanukkah is different. And I light the candles in the room. Another friend of mine we have a TV in the room, puts the TV, BBC, CNN, I don't know what did he put there. And a few hours ago, started the war of Oferet Yetzukah in Israel. With the Muslims. And nobody knew about that. Now just when we see something like that, how come Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, in a cave, almost 2,000 years ago, tells you, listen, you want to know my book is right? In those generations, it's going to be at that date, at that day, this amount of people, this day exactly, with this nation, like that. How come a person can take on himself such a thing? To know those stuff, it means he's really, 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 really a son of God. He's someone that God tell him all those prophecies. Now, this is just one prophecy according to our generation. There is hundreds of prophecies that was written in Torah every time, all the time. Just give you another two quickly and then we're going to finish B'ezrat Hashem. I said it in my Hebrew shiur last time. The Torah says that, the Midrash say that there is a wall called the Western Wall, Kotel HaMa'aravi. We all know this wall. Yeah, someone came to Israel once and he wanted to get to the Western Wall, but he didn't know how to call it. So he asked the people there, where's that place that all the people cry? Where's that place that all the people come to cry? They cry there. Where's that place? So someone told him, I know what you're talking about. He took him to the revenue agency. Everybody cries there. So this wall, Kotel HaMa'aravi, was made by King David 2,500 years ago. This wall. God says in the Torah, in the Midrash, הנה זה עומד אחר כותלנו משגיח מן החנות מציץ מן החרקים. Says Rabbi Eliezer ben Orkenus 2,000 years ago. He is the rabbi of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. So he was 2,000 years ago. He says in the Midrash, כותל המערבי של בית המקדש נשבע לו הקדוש ברוך הוא שלא יחרב לעולם. God promised this wall because David HaMelech made it. He promised this wall, it's never going to fail. Never. Now let's say, we will say now, that all our Torah is made up by people. Let's say. Could be. Maybe. Why would those people that want to make up this Torah would take on themselves to say such a thing? Listen, there is one wall in the world that God promised it's never going to fail. And if it's going to fail, how can you take a responsibility on a wall to not fail? Unless God told you that. Rabbi Eliezer writes it very, very clear. This wall is never going to fall. It's going to always stand. And we see today, the only thing that stands from old Jerusalem, the old Jerusalem, is only that wall. Nothing else. You see, the promise of God is standing. So if God promised something and He did that, we see that He did that. He wrote it in our Torah. It means that this Torah is right, is powerful. Now, someone that takes this information and goes with this to live with this, I have a Father that can do everything. Whatever this Father promised, He do. So you can solve all your problems in life. Anything, any hard thing that comes to your life, with the right approach to understand that God can make it for you, you are with Him, please help me, I believe only in you, it can be solved. And you're not going to have problems in life. After that, this Rabbi Eliezer, you know what he says? He says, 15 דברים עתידים לעשות בני ישמעאל באחרית הימים. There is 15 things that the Muslims going to do in the end of days. And he says there that the last exile is going to be a Muslim exile. Today we are in what exile? We are in a Muslim exile. Who is doing the most problems in the world in our days now? נכון? Go to York University and you would understand. Go in the streets of Toronto. What you see? All over the place. Yeah, there's a one clown came now. Trudeau. Oh, what's his name? Trudeau? Trudeau. And what he's doing? Brings all the enemies to his land. What's going to happen? He doesn't understand. You kill yourself. You shot your leg. He doesn't understand. We have to give him a lecture. Maybe if you have a contact with him to bring him to these lectures on Sundays. He doesn't understand what he's doing. Why he's doing that? Because Hashem says, it's written in the Torah that the last exile is going to be a Muslim exile, so I have to do a Muslim exile. Look what God did in all the world. Everybody's Muslim. All the problems are Muslims. Muslims didn't do problems in the world until now. It started 70 years ago. But you see how they move up. Why? Because it's written in the Torah. Whatever is written in the Torah, if you want to know the future, look what's written in the Torah. You know, I'll tell you a business secret. People buy gold sometimes, gold. Why? Gold is expensive, they can sell it. The Torah says that in the end of days, the silver is going to be more expensive than the gold. And if the Torah says that, it's going to happen. So I tell you now already, start to invest in silver. Leave the gold, I would say. He says why? He says gold is like, it's yellow. Yellow is judgment by Kabbalah, by secrets of Torah. Silver is kind of white. It's silver, but it's very...
It's a cool color.
Yeah, it's like white. He says it's chesed, it's kindness. He says in the end of days, it's going to be kindness in the end of days. That's why the kindness is going to go up. And the silver is going to go up. Now silvers go very up. Every year it goes up. Baruch Hashem. We see that we are coming to those times. But the point is, everything that is written in Torah has to come in life, and we have to see it in the life. Like I told you, I read the Zohar. After 32 days, I saw it's happening. You read something, you see it's happening. This is the blueprint of the world. You can know everything. Just you need to know how to read. Well, go ask the rabbi. He's going to tell you. You want to open a business? 2 things. Go to Hashem, tell you, Hashem, you are the only one that can make my business successful. I don't believe anyone. I don't take any partner. You are my partner. You are my partner, so I give also, you're doing job, so you also get. You go, you take money, partnership, you give to Bet HaKnesset, you give to synagogue. Partnership with Hashem, I'm telling you 100% you're going to be successful. If not, come to me, I'll give you the money. There's no way you're not going to be successful. The problem that we don't look at it like that. We don't look at this like this. We says, no, I'm going to take this partnership. He has money, he has that, he has relations, he knows contacts, he has people. Shtuyot. It's not right. Who's the best partner? You want to get a good lady? A good wife? Today the shuk is al apanim. The market is not good. For the boys and for the girls. I said, Baruch Hashem that I got married already. Shtabach Shem Oran. Every day I get phone calls. Rabbi, the market is slow. Man, that's what's happening. He told me, כל היתושים באות אליי. עוד, mosquitoes comes to me. I told him, you know where the mosquito goes to. Where the fly go. Where the fly goes. To the stingy places. If you're gonna be good, you're gonna get the best of the best. מזווגים לו לאדם אישה לפי מעשיו. It means they give you a match according to your actions. If you're gonna be 50 Cent, they're gonna give you a... What's her name? I don't know. Beyonce? Ah, she's good?
She's married.
They're not really married. Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah. Simon.
He's a cool guy. You know, I like. He's always smiling. You know, it's like.
Yeah. It's like.
He's a Breslov Chassid. You know. No, dogs are not good. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, if you are like this, you go with the no. You're gonna get a lady. No. You wanna get a tzadika? No, you're not gonna get it. Look at you, and this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna be a tzaddik, you're gonna be a good guy, you're gonna be intelligent, you're gonna know Torah, you're gonna know how to talk. So you're gonna get something good. Same thing is for women. How you go on the street? If you go on the street like, I don't want to say what, so that's the guys you're gonna get. Those that those guys you're gonna get. But if you are modest, if you are in a style, so you're gonna a guy in a style like this guy here. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. So this is באמת. Avad. Before we go today, we want a good woman. We want a good wife. We want a good guy. What you have to do? First of all, go to Hashem. He's the one that gets you all the girls. Yeah. People calling. They call the rabbi. Get me a girl. Hashem is here. Where is Hashem? You forgot Hashem? He can do anything. He can bring you a girl from Australia. Fresh. Good girl.
Freshly cooked.
With the kangaroo also to the house. באמת, no, people don't understand. We go and we find what I do. I go on Facebook. I do like to people. Maybe they're going to like me. No. באמת. You have to understand, there is a Kadosh Baruch Hu in the world. That's it. Rak Hashem, Rak Hashem. Hashem, you get... I'll tell you the thing. I don't tell it to people, but this is how I got married. I wanted to get married when I was 18 years old already. It didn't go. It didn't go. By then, I took a Kadosh Baruch Hu to a talk. Itbodedut. I took Hashem to a talk. I said, Hashem, listen. I'm 20. I took Shulchan Aruch. You know Shulchan Aruch, the book of laws of Judaism. I showed, you see, in the book of Judaism, it says that if you get to 20 years old and you don't get married, Hashem is looking, you're not nice. He says, what you spend your time on what? Make a family. So I told him, listen, I'm 20. I want to get a good girl. I love you like I don't know what. I'll do everything for you. Just get me a good one. And I prayed only you, nothing else in the world. I didn't call people, you do that for me, you do that for me. No, only Hashem. And then you know what I did? The Torah says, Zivugo shel Adam kekriyat Yam Suf. You know what Zivugo shel Adam? The match of a person is the same as opening the sea. Why it's like opening the sea? How did we open the sea? There was a Caucasian guy. His name was Nachshon ben Aminadov. He had the ov in the end. So this guy, he said, listen, some people say it's Bukharian because they also have ov. It's a mahloket.
He went into the water.
This guy says, listen guys, we can't stay like that. Paro is behind us. The desert is in the side. We have to do something. But there is a sea. He says, I don't care there is a sea. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is there. Yes, so go inside the sea. So he ran to the sea. And he started to sing, אז ישיר משה ובני ישראל את השירה הזאת לאדוני ויאמרו לאמור. And then he gets to the sentence of מי כמוך באלים השם, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. The water got inside his mouth, so he says כמוך. He couldn't say כמוך. And then the sea started to open. Now everybody went after him. זה כמו במכות, when you have a fight. So always there is one Caucasian guy that is going first and everybody after him. Yeah. Usually it's the small one like that, they're doing all the problems. Yeah, I had a lot of situations like that. As באמת, he's the one that opening, but not in those bad places. In the Kriyat Yam Suf in the sea, he opens the sea, he goes up. He goes inside the sea, he doesn't care that there's only Hashem in the world. And then he says, wow, you're such a believer. Boom, opens the sea. He says the match of a person is the same like opening the sea. What? You have to believe in Hashem 100%, and then what you have to do? Jump to the sea. What jump to the sea? You know what I did? I said, listen, I want the best girl of the best. Where the best girls are located? Sorry, I don't want to insult anyone. Yeah? For me, I'm Sfaradic. I wanted a Sfaradic girl that studied in seminar. It's for yeshiva for girls. So I said, it's only in Israel. Here I don't find. So I bought a ticket to Israel. But I have nothing there. But I still bought a ticket. What's going to be? I'm jumping to the sea. I'm doing an action. I'm praying, I'm believing, I'm doing an action. That's it. Hashem will do it for me. I came to Israel. First thing I did, I went to the north of Israel, to the graves of the tzaddikim, Ari HaKadosh, Rabbi Yosef Karo, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Rabbi Meir Balanes, praying on the graves. Not calling people, listen, do you have a girl, do you have a dad? No! Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, that's it. You go to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, you stay there for an hour, you finish the Teilim, you do Tikkun HaKlali, and pitom people starting to call. My friend, listen, I have a neighbor, I have that, I have this, go meet. Bekitzur, I came, I met, the first girl was my wife, Baruch Hashem. If you really believe in Hashem, everything is simple. The problem that everything is on us. I don't say you don't have to do nothing. You have to jump. But you jump after you really believe that only He can help you. Only Hashem can help you. Bezrat Hashem, it's already late. First of all, I want to say, we have a big tzaddik here in the place. The light that you see in the place is only because of this tzaddik, it's not because of me. It's Dror, Chazak u'Baruch for organizing that. Kol hakavod. Bezrat Hashem. Yours is the first wedding, Bezrat Hashem. And I want to say thank you for Uri for giving us the place. Bezrat Hashem, Bli Neder, Hashem will give me power. We want to do this ESL class every Sunday. You help me with the English, I'll help you with the faith, with the Emmuna, with the spirituality. Bezrat Hashem, Kadosh Baruch Hu will bless each one of you with all the blessing that says in the Torah. Amen ve'amen. You can have more sushi if you want. Bezrat Hashem, I think there is something? Baruch Hashem, okay. Those who didn't do Arvit can make Arvit here.